Story time. Story time. Story time. So I call this one. I don't think she could read. Literally. I'm talking somebody call LeVar Burton. Reading Rainbow is needed because I don't think she could read. This is going to be a quick one. I met her at one of my events. I was throwing an adult game night. Her and a couple of our homegirls came. She was young. Now, I typically don't date young. I try to stay within like a 10-year window, but she was about 15 years younger than me, and I'm 179 years old. And so she had all the young people, pluses and minuses. Body was crazy. Beautiful, young girl, you know what I'm saying? But overly emotional, super erratic, weird combinations of stuff going on in her life. And I just really felt like she couldn't read, and she was sort of like lying about it indirectly. So she invited me over her crib one day, like, oh, she had been texting me all day saying she wanted to spend some time with me or whatever. And, you know, all sexual and stuff like that. Like, hey, when I get you over here, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to make you some dinner and this, and the third. So I'm like, don't threaten me with a good time. I'm on my way. She opened up the door or whatever and let me in. And, like, I know we in the living room, but she ain't had no furniture. Like, none. And I was like, but she acted like it was completely normal. No explanation, nothing. Like, just come on in. And I'm just like, and so she take me in the kitchen, and her kids was like sitting there eating. And so I'm like, girl, you done had me come over here. I done shaved my nuts and everything, and your kids here. And so, you know, she like, y'all going upstairs and, you know, play in y'all's room or whatever. So they go upstairs. They was good kids, you know, went upstairs or whatever, played in their room or whatever. And she had made me a plate. So I sat down eating. And so we talking. But like every time we would talk or I asked her a question, she would get overly sexual. Like anytime I'd be like, so hey, where you see yourself in 5 years? And she'd be like, on your dick? On, you know what I'm saying? Just like avoiding the questions with sexualness. So like, it was just weird, right? But at the same time, it was like, I didn't expect much from this. This girl was like, I think she was like 28. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just have some fun. But it just got weird. She was like, hey, I want to show you my bedroom. I just redesigned it. In my head, I'm like, okay, show me the bedroom. Okay, we get in the bedroom. She, you know, she's showing me it's nice too. She didn't really did. We messing around, you know, in the bedroom. You know, one thing led to another. It was a clap session. Clappity clap, clap, clap. So I go home. Now, I should have probably just left that situation alone right then and there because, I mean, she was young. It wasn't no future in it. I didn't, okay? She had some top tier buns. I ain't even gonna lie. And the one thing I could say about messing with a young girl, they be aggressive in the ways you would want an older woman to be, but they're not. Where older women, it's just a lot harder to get them to do stuff. It's just weird. It's weird, right? So the first time I really noticed I don't think she could read, we were at the restaurant. The menus were on the table, so we both had a menu. And she was looking at it like struggling. And then I was like, you never been here before? You kind of know what you want or whatever? And she's like, yeah, I'm just gonna get the wings. Ain't no wings on the menu. Ain't no wings on the menu. Yeah, look at the menu. There's no wings on the menu. And I'm like, can you read? You know, I mean, I didn't say it that time, but in my head, I'm thinking like, can you read? So she's still looking at the menu real tough, like, and she's like, well, what are you getting? And I was like, I'm gonna just get a ribeye. And she's like, I'll just get a ribeye too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you sure it's nothing else that you, because I know you told me you really don't like that much meat, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, well, I'll just get what you get, and, you know, I'll eat it later or whatever. So I was like, whatever. So order 2 ribeyes. That was the first time I got the hint that I didn't think she was a strong reader or she needed glasses or something, because the way she was looking at that menu. She called me like 2 days later. She said, I got a surprise for you. And I was like, what's up? And she was like, hey, I booked us some couple massages. Do you want to go? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. I need one. You know what I'm saying? So we go to this little couples massage situation, right? And this is where she sort of got exposed. We at the couples massage, and it's an Asian spot, right? And so the Asian lady, little old Asian lady comes out, and she can't read. She can't speak English. So she has like a big like poster board with like 3 options on it, and then the payment options at the bottom. She's had the thing in front of old girl, like, you know, which one? Which one? And so old girl is looking at it like super tough. And I'm like, you know what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, yeah, I got it. And she points at the payment option. She's like, that one right there, the payment option. And I'm like, the little Asian lady like, huh? I'm like, yeah, that's the payment option. Like, you got to pick an option. And she's like, yeah, that one right there. Now I'm like, girl, can you read? And she's like, yeah, I can read. And I'm like, it don't look like it. And she's like, you silly, or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, so you got 3 options. Which one you want to do? Because you pointing at the wrong one. And she's like, oh, well, you know, I don't got my glasses. And I'm like, girl, you 28. You got 28-year-old eyes. You don't need no damn glasses. So I pointed at the one in the middle, right? It was like the couples massage. And so we left there and we went and got something to eat. And I was like, hey, do you struggle reading or anything like that? And she was like, no, I can read perfectly fine. And I'm like, and I didn't want to get into a full-fledged quiz, but she had been giving me some indications that she was illiterate. So once again, the waiter comes out, gives us the menus or whatever. And I'm like, what you gonna get? And she's looking at the menu, struggling. And I'm like, girl, it's okay. I understand, you know what I'm saying? If there's an issue here, like I actually know some resources that can help you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to keep doing this. And she's like, I can read, you know what I'm saying? And so she picks like a salad or something like that. And so when they bring it out with the avocado on it, she's like, I'm allergic to avocado. Why would y'all bring this out? I'm like, and I'm like, it says avocado salad on the menu. So she looks at me in the face. She looks dead at me in my mama's son's face. I can read. She just didn't hear me correctly. I'm like, fam, it's okay. So she get in the car. I take her home. Now I'm sitting in the driveway and I'm like, this ain't my problem. This ain't my problem at all. And so I text her. And the thing is, that's the thing. I had been texting her. But then when I looked at our messages, like she never texted me like sentences. They were all like, what you doing? Yes, no. And then I wasn't even giving her full sentences. So it was like, yeah, she couldn't read. I sent her a text and I said, hey, we need to talk. She never called. So I called her the next day, went to voicemail. I guess she figured I caught on. She was embarrassed. I don't know. But hey, just another sad, depressing moment in Tom's horrible dating life. See you in the next one.